And live as in we're starting over, or live as in we're gonna just continue this. All right, bet. All right.
Cool, you're live.
Now we're proper in the match,
Yeah,
I believe.
properly in the
Yeah, all right. Now we're proper in the match. So big up everybody who's got the on the rocks notification as well as the nocturnal notification to say that somebody in this whole situation was live. So now that that's
Hey.
happened, big shout out going out to Nocturnal. Thank you for having us as usual. Yeah, so
Oh,
everybody on our Twitch, get active, get involved, tell a friend to tell a friend. We are live on the Twitch, and of course, you can join in the chat and the conversation, which also carries on to our YouTube. Right? If you don't know, tell somebody, like and subscribe. On the Rocks is on YouTube, available for you guys to rewatch. Which then brings me back to my next announcement, which I mentioned on our social media. Aside from our YouTube that I mentioned last week, we will be launching what did I say? Spotify. Bang. Launching Spotify April 1. SoundCloud will be picking back up on our SoundCloud April 1 as well. So for those people who want to listen to us in your car, driving about, in your airports, working out, whatever the case may be, you can take us with you. All right. That's April 1. Spotify, you'll catch us on that. And
that's an April Fool's joke.
that is reality. You know what? I'm really thinking of what I'm gonna do this year for my April's Fool's joke, and maybe with the permission of my boss, somebody's gonna get it. Somebody's gonna get it. Like I have this. So we have repeat offenders, right? They're
Right.
constant people who you're gonna find what you need to find in that exact same spot every day, all day, and they just don't care. So yeah, my boss says yes.
I'm
Ooh,
got you.
you're
I'm
gonna
got you.
get it. You're gonna get it. I'm gonna stick up the shit out of you.
Hey, shout out to Tito's, the official, unofficial sponsor for tonight's show.
Yes.
Brought to you by Fury.
They don't look. This was supposed to make it to your house. It was actually supposed to make it to you, but in my running on all of that, running about today, I never got it to you, but it's here for you. And that shy girl, you never hit us back. Cheers, bro. You never hit us
Yes, my
back.
guy.
And we'll got your bottle for you too. All right. If you have not poured yourself a drink by now, I strongly suggest you do so as we dive into the rest of our shit. No sense playing a game today. Ice has already been broken. Um, Again, big shout out going out to Shay. Condolences to you. And I get it. Unfortunately, Shay is unable to join us today. She's just drained, tired. Weather's a bit changing out there. Um, you know what? They haven't had the daylight savings yet, innit?
Theirs is next
It's
week.
next week, right? So right now we're like what,
Yeah.
3 hours ahead, behind, 3 hours behind.
Behind,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, but I get it. You're drained. Wishing you all the best. Get your rest, and we'll catch you um next week. Speaking of next week, I need to say this very very early, just so that you guys know, we'll have Nuri. We'll have Nuri for sure. I said that right. Back on live with us next week. He'll be discussing the 5K, the 5K walk runabout, in that's happening in the back of town, and also discussing the arts and the artwork that is going on in the city, around the island, and in reference to the murals and the all of the artwork that is being displayed publicly specifically around the city, but also around the island. And for those of you who don't know, the city of Hamilton is having a mural workshop coming up in April, and they'll be bringing in a award-winning um, what do you call I'm drawing
Artist.
blanks. Like, oh yeah, they're bringing
Artist.
in an artist who specializes in
Murals?
murals, right?
A muralist?
Yeah, I was gonna say a muralist, but then I'll sound like a mule. But yeah, so check that out on their website, and we will post up after this show all of the information about what's gonna happen next week, which is the week before the 5K run walkabout, and it's gonna take you through different parts of the town and different parts of also like Parsons Road that they're gonna actually begin mural works on certain buildings and certain walls heading into the city. So that should be really interesting.
Bro, that's tidy. That's tidy.
Definitely. Yeah. So yeah, that's that for next week. Look out. Keep it locked on our social for all that information that we're gonna post up. Probably tomorrow. And of course, you guys know that if you wanted to watch this show back on YouTube, all our YouTube posts go up on Mondays, right? We got them released on Mondays. So, that's it for house announcements. Oh, March. Also, April 1. We'll have our March. And I'll let you guys know how you can get your hands on a On D ROCS cup. Unfortunately, ice is not included. It's the way it is. All right, my boy. We were jumping on. What's up? What's going on? You all right? How was your week?
Hey man, maybe it's been crazy. I'm at the true definition of March Madness, bro.
Right.
Like working Department of Culture.
Mm-hmm.
So for all you creatives out there, this. We have some workshops available right now. Hit us up, BermudaCulture@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Got some more information on the workshops. Tonight we had a workshop. It was actually very, very interesting, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was on mic handling for
Okay.
poets and rappers.
Okay.
And it was with Roddy Nesbitt.
Yes.
So that's very, very interesting in the sense of like how do you mic check and different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the things that we touched on was your accent,
Right.
right? And how a lot of people give you the Jamaican accent
Yes.
or the Trinidadian accent.
Yes.
And I was saying like one thing that I capitalize on is being Bermudian.
Right.
You feel me? And I'm talking on a microphone, I talk like this.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I'm on the radio and then I have to put on my radio accent.
Right.
Yo, it's your boy DJ Fury tuned in each and every but then when I'm inside of a party, I'm like, yo, yeah, that name is better.
Right.
Like, so that's what we was talking about today. It was real interesting.
Fair
So
enough.
shout out to Roddy one time.
Definitely. I'm also gonna back you on that and encourage people who are of creative mindsets to check it out, get involved. I register myself, and I've created the profile, and I'm looking forward to attending some workshops myself on a wide range of things that you guys are putting together for creative. So I'm liking it.
Yeah, man. We had how to build your portfolio, your creative
Yeah.
portfolio. We had another one that was on flyers and branding.
Yes.
We have one how to price your freelance work in photography.
Mm-hmm.
How to host an event. And all of these workshops are being put on by industry professionals or people that are at the top of the industry when it comes to this type of stuff. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? We got somebody that's fluent in who's a Bermudian, who's doing a workshop on TikTok and the psychology behind TikTok. And that to become TikTok famous isn't always about the trends.
Yes.
Like the psychology behind making a TikTok.
Right.
So, it's a variety of workshops that allows you to basically, this is me putting on my work persona.
Yeah.
It's Janari talking, not DJ Fury. But we're putting on a variety of workshops that basically is going to help creatives enhance themselves.
Yes,
Um, in the scale of, Bermuda is behind the times.
definitely.
Any creative that comes back will literally come back and say, "Whoa, we don't have this, we don't have this, we don't have this."
Yes,
So we're trying to help that. We're trying to say, get away from that tunnel vision that you can only do this.
right.
Is the world, that saying of the world is your stage
Yeah.
is a real thing.
Yes.
You actually need to understand that concept of the world is your stage,
I
and
mean,
that you could get anywhere
I
that
I've
you want to go.
I can definitely agree with you on that. I'm emptied this whole bottle, bro. That's it. It's about to be a night. Um, I can definitely agree with you on that. In saying like more recently in understanding, like I've been doing my research on, how far and what the chances and possibilities are of one, obviously this podcast and how long we've been going, right? And making sure that we're able to expand to people outside of not only Bermuda, but having Shay in the UK, who she has, a following or a list of people who also follow, and then just because of who we are and so many people who we've met, I'm really tempted and interested and eager, I should say more so, to reach places like Australia and Africa and just reach these places and reach these people just so that they can see our culture or even just get
Right.
a bit of it. Like, you know what I mean? Actually,
100%.
saying that to say, I gotta give you a next shout out, Mike. So big shout out going out to Nocturnal. Your We were just talking about before you went live. You've reached 24 hits in like Ireland and Italy in like a matter of days, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So
Radio station.
yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Nocturnal Radio is up
Live.
and functioning, right? So make sure you guys will obviously make sure you have all of his information and prep yourselves for what's about to happen on Saturday, which is about to be a whole movie. Whole movie. So yeah, we'll prep you guys and get you ready for that. But obviously before we leave, so like my mindset and the mindset of people who do things like TikTok or who get creative and vlog or even have you know a more or less a vlogging series of um of being creative. You want to reach certain people who you never would have thought, or people who
Right, yeah,
are of like
100%.
mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's it.
it's important because, like, being a creative in such a small island is very few and far in between,
Yeah.
and a lot of creatives tend not to come back. And
Mm.
so it's about holding your authentic self, right? And how can you be authentic?
Yes.
It don't make sense going and putting on a fake accent when, if you're gallus,
Mm-hmm.
as some will say,
Yes.
you go foreign,
Yes.
you're even bigger gallus.
Yes.
You talking in a Grammy accent,
Yeah. Yeah. It
you're
makes
gonna
a
get
big
whatever
that
you want.
accent makes a huge difference.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
True.
So it don't make sense going yard. Like, it don't make sense going somewhere else and be like, why go on beautiful,
Yeah, yeah,
boom, boom,
yeah.
boom.
Exactly.
No, hey, bro, that short is bad. Hear me?
No doubt.
Say that again.
Yeah.
You're bad. Hear me?
No doubt.
What that means? I'm ugly. Nah, that means you're fine as fuck, girl. Hear me?
Yeah.
Look here.
True. That is so facts, bro.
That's keeping it a buck. Like, that's keeping it a buck.
Yeah. No doubt. I can attest to that. I can.
If my girl's listening, that don't mean that when I go,
Bro,
that don't mean that when I go
that disclaimer
overseas.
was supposed to be made before the show started.
Babe,
Not the
if you're
last.
listening, I still love you. That don't mean when I go DJ
Oh,
overseas, I'm saying shorty your bed.
No, but I like
I'm still thinking about you.
I like the perspective that you're giving though, because it's real and it's truth, right? It happens, and the way that we display ourselves as a creative, you have to be yourself, because that's what is going to draw people, and something about you is what you are trying to obviously attract people to look at. Like, why is it that I'm picking
And
you to watch on this all the time? Why is it that I've selected you to host my event? Why is it that I've selected you to DJ at my party? It's because
uh,
you bring that you to the vibe that I'm looking for.
thank you.
Yeah.
Like people always look at it as a, oh, this guy's popular. Nah, that's not the case. It's about who. Yes, popularity is a thing. Like, don't get me wrong,
Right.
because
Do you think
when it comes to creatives, like, go ahead.
do you think that we as Bermudians tend to do that popularity thing more than the um let's call it a qualification, like a qualifying thing. And I'm
Oh,
not talking job, I'm not
100%.
talking job boy, I'm talking more or less like I'm gonna choose Mr. Chicken over KFC because
100%.
yeah.
100%. And it's a stupid mentality,
Hmm.
but it's a blessed mentality at the same time. Because that's what makes us different from everywhere else. You
Well,
feel
that
me?
was gonna
So
be my
like,
next question.
I think
Where
I said it last week.
uh-huh.
Bermudians are the hardest peoples to please, bro.
Yes.
Serious.
Have you
Like
been anywhere
international
else in the
DJs
world where
watch
you've
you.
seen that? Where you've seen that type of mentality, whereas popularity takes over a bit more than qualification per se. Like you go to a
Um,
party overseas and you're like, fact, such and such would have played this party way better than this person
yeah,
because they're a bit more.
I mean that happens. That happens no matter where you are, right? Because like everybody has who they rock with. Like, you know what I mean? So like in the grand scheme of things, if it was done to me,
Right.
I have a certain group of people that I would want to have on every single event. But that's just me. That's my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know that when me and my big bro
Mm-hmm.
touch the stage, Milo Miles,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a movie. But not all the time we have that capability.
Right.
Like, you feel me? So he, good example is he may be on a party at the same time as me,
Right.
but at a completely different venue.
Mm.
So not all the time it works in your favor. So as a creative, you have two ways to go about it. You either come together and you say, yo, it's B-Roc and it's Fury. And that's just who we are.
Right.
If you want Fury, you gotta have B-Roc.
Mm.
Or
Mm.
you are your own independent entity.
Right.
And when you guys do link up, you link up type of thing.
Right.
So the popularity is definitely there because
Move it.
it's just what it is. Like, it's always gonna be a popularity contest, no matter if you're a dancer, no matter if you're a singer, no matter if you're a DJ, anything like that. It's always gonna be a popularity contest.
Yeah. Facts. Facts. No, I completely agree. I mean, man, my whole train of thought, that whole thing just
Took you out
just
there.
took me out. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I thought it was some.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Continuing on, I just think like there are plenty of creative people on the island, and the resources sometimes could be lacking. The knowledge of how to achieve
Preach,
those
my brother.
things
Preach, my
are
brother.
are like few and far fetched. Like it's just so much
You're
that
preaching
we
like
are,
Shekinah right now.
bruh. This just we are just so far behind in certain resources as well in reference to yes, like well behind the clock with certain things when it comes to. All right, Cash App. Let's go Cash App, bruh. How long has Cash App been out? And
I
what
mean,
just
I'm had Cash App. So like, like it's certain parts of these conversations.
did I
It's
say?
certain parts of these conversations that I really can't relate to. You feel me?
Right,
Because I had Cash App,
right,
but I have Cash App.
right.
I'm Gov Venmo.
Okay.
I had PayPal long before,
Yeah,
like
see,
when PayPal,
I started with
like you know what I
PayPal,
mean.
right?
So I had,
With the thought and concept that this is the only way that I can make international money is through PayPal. At one point, I was like, how the fuck? Like, people were like, no, we can't send you money, or the bank blocks it, right? So when you're trying to receive international funds from certain places, for whatever
right.
reason maybe, you may not be able to receive it unless this was. I'll probably take you back maybe 8 years or so. You were having problems. We were having problems receiving international funds under certain circumstances, right? So I wouldn't be able to sell merch and say, oh, just send it to my account. They
Yeah.
wouldn't allow, like, what's it, Alibaba or whatever the case may be, whatever these
Mhm.
fucking wholesale things are, and to be able to do this marketing thing that people are doing now, where you stay home and you don't necessarily have to bulk order your stuff and have it shipped here, and then you gotta ship it back out, and you just
Drop
design your
shipping.
stuff, yeah, drop shipping, right? So for the longest while, it's just been an issue with these drop shipping companies who try to give you your money back, and then
Yeah.
and you can't get it. And then they say, okay, well, we could mail it to you in a check. I've had this happen too. What's it? Clickbait on Facebook. So clickbait on Facebook is, you would create a profile, you make all these like dumb little ads on Canva, right? And they're the dumb ads that you scroll across that people, like the ads if you have regular YouTube that pop up. It was
Right.
like that on Facebook, and the minute somebody clicks it, it would be like one click will get you a couple of cents or whatever the case. So with that type of stuff, you would have to make, I think it was like two, three, $4,000 before they're able to send you a check in the mail. Not guaranteed whether or not you get any check or not. You've done all this work to do the shit and you can't get it. Then they introduced PayPal. PayPal then has to get authorized by the monetary authority. All of this next dumb shit. And now, for anybody who's tried to get on Cash App, if you noticed, you still can't fully set up your Cash App because it's asking for a zip code instead of a postal. So locally,
So you guys want to why you can't?
go.
So the reason you can't get Cash App, right? There's only one bank, one system that settles it, that's authorized on that. Now, the other company that's in Bermuda, which is West Atlantic,
Okay.
they they can quote unquote settle in,
Mm-hmm.
but they are not in that business. They're just literally a gateway allow you to take everything,
Mm.
right? Now to settle in a banking, but you
Right.
need uh provider. I remember that exact name. Authorized. That. They're the only ones that are in Cash App, PayPal, um, Venmo, all of those other ones. Don't fuck with what I done. So
We're behind, bro. We're
it's not that we're
fucking.
behind.
We're
It's
lacking.
You guys are behind because I
it's
have.
not that it's not that
All right.
it's not that it's
Let's
not
make
that
that clear.
Bermuda's behind. It's that those companies, PayPal would never come to Bermuda because we're too small of a joint.
It's crazy and it's crazy you say it like
Yeah,
that, right? It's crazy you say it like that
yeah.
because we're too small of a jurisdiction, right? And in other words, it's just a boat, Mike. It's just a boat. I mean, we're so small of a jurisdiction, right? But then we have people like Bacardi who've set up full headquarters
Yeah.
and other play, like there's other big name companies, more recently Google, who have pulled out of Bermuda recently, but big name, and we're still small. Like we're still behind on.
Yeah, it was small because it's transaction amounts, right?
Yeah,
So if you're making 2 cents per transaction, you're
right.
only doing
I
three
started them out.
thousand transactions. But I could take that jurisdiction is amount of money I'm gonna spend to get back that
Get back, it's not worth it.
ain't worth
But
it.
no, I'm gonna say it from a creative's aspect, right?
Right.
Oh,
No, so B-Roc, you're DJing.
Mm-hmm.
Men don't travel with cash like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Let me cash app you that
Right.
money pull up.
Right.
That shit
In
happens
real life,
in clubs and foreign, bro.
right? Since we've been off since last week, I have listened to 3 different parties, right? And in DJ, I've listened to 3 different parties. One was like a Tuesday, Friday night. Anyway, parties were lit. Right, your boy was giving out his cash app on the mic, just like, yeah, cash at me. Bro, the guy was making pure money, just cash at me. And then the next promoters who were trying to like get him to talk about their event that's happening on the next side, they're cashing up and cash app this guy like, 1,500. Yo, talk about this. Stop playing.
Bro, this
Talk about my event. Cash app. Oh yeah, look, don't forget such and such on such and such. Bang, bang, bang. Just got the cash app.
bro,
Thank
that's the
you.
world that we live
Yes.
in, bro.
Yeah.
I like that for him.
That no, that form is wicked. Like that's badass.
Look, so like you gotta think, imagine like battle rap. And Bermuda had like a serious underground battle rap scene, right?
Yeah.
And you gave me like you this guy,
Right.
and I cash app you $100. Yo, bro, say that again. Like make
Yes.
sure that I can put the note on there. Say that again. Make sure the people
Right.
feel it. But that's $100 straight into your account. And you
Yes.
is 7 cents. I made $99 to repeat myself.
Hey, from your aspect, bruh, that's dope because your business is in it, right? But it
Right.
costs right to set up a gateway because I looked at it
No,
Okay.
because I'm
I get your aspect of it as well, but I'm just saying, like, we've been talking about creatives, so in the world of creatives,
yeah.
It's difficult
guys are
here.
losing
Yeah.
bread.
It's difficult here to actually,
Guys are
you
losing
have to
bread.
be
Like,
creative to do
I'm
it.
talking like you got. We talked about the accent, the Bermudian accent being an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Now imagine if Bermudian artists were able to accept Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, how many features and stuff they'll be able to
Yeah.
take.
Yeah.
Cause look, these guys will take your bread easy. Yo, bro, let me get a feature. Yo,
Yes.
Cash App me 1,500.
Yup.
And you can't you see him name back.
Yeah.
You could PayPal it.
Right. But I don't even think that's up and running where you can receive the PayPal back from
Right? Yeah.
yeah, not
Yeah.
You
Just
gotta
can't
you
get
gotta
it.
go
You
through
can't get
someone
it
to
out of
do
your
it.
PayPal though.
yeah, no, I know that. I've received money
Motherfucker, I
from
wanna
PayPal.
spend that bread.
But yeah, there was a time where I was like, yo, I got money sitting in here. Somebody sent me like individual sent me a PayPal payment and I was like, oh, appreciate it, thanks. And it sort of went through a whole system, took a few days, so on and so forth. But then a business, I don't know what the difference might have been, but anyway, a business situation sent me a PayPal, and it took forever. And I want to say the money's probably still sitting there. I don't know. I haven't even looked. I
Yeah.
sort of let it go.
So that's the biggest in the payments world. That's the biggest thing for Bermuda is that we're not scalable enough.
I mean, yeah,
For it to
we
happen.
can go on about it, the financial aspect of it, but again, going back to the resources that we have for creatives to be able to do the
Right.
things
It's
that they
fucked.
do, yeah, it's pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult, and then
I'm been like, bro, I'm been foreign, and promoters have told me straight to my face, bro. I don't give cash.
uh-huh,
What's your PayPal?
yeah,
What's your Cash
yeah,
App? That's how they pay you.
yeah,
Like I
facts.
don't give cash because I don't. You're not gonna say that I never gave it to you. I do these names
Yeah.
because there's a trail.
Yep.
Oh, I Cash App Fury his performance fee for day one, and you got that trail. And then you could go out, and then I could click on your name, and I could see the recent transactions. So in the world of creatives, bro, you
Mm-hmm.
may say that we're not behind in like how it has to happen because of the gateways and all that type of stuff. But as a creative, we are far behind. We're in the dinosaur ages.
Oh yeah. As creators, you got.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like, so if I want to make an international transaction, I'm gonna pay an extra $50
Mm-hmm.
so that you can ensure that you get your full bread. Come on, like that's crazy, man.
It's sort of discouraging too to the average person who feels that they have the talent that it takes to do whatever it is that they're doing. And there is some talent on this island that probably needs, maybe, you know what, definitely needs a little polishing, right? And everybody needs a little polishing here or there, but I just don't think that it's only been more recently that creatives have taken their art a bit more serious and realized the potential that they have with like the expenditure of social media and other platforms that you can use to expose yourself
Mm,
and what you can do. Um, I think we're behind in that aspect as well too, if not understanding or being exposed or having the exposure to these things before other places. Um,
mm.
it's difficult. Equipment wise, I mean, I'll talk about it. Equipment wise, I've looked at a piece of equipment that will, I could be in front yard and we can be having this conversation and you would hear me just how you heard me now. The equipment is not out. It's not been released yet.
We don't. Side note, we don't support front yard, but continue.
Okay, fair enough.
Continue, though.
That sounds
So
personal.
I can be in a party, right, or a place of that's pretty busy,
Of
and it sounds,
entertainment.
yeah, of entertainment. It sounds just like this. The piece of equipment is not out yet, right? And it's so small, it's so compact, it's rechargeable, it's almost user friendly, if you know what you're doing. And the thing costs $3,000. It's not out yet, and it's they are requesting you to pre-order and obviously sign up for the subscription and shit like that.
What is it though?
It's called a it's called a
You don't want to burn your
podcast.
bridges.
Yeah,
You got people.
it's
You got
basically
people
like
listening. They
a
might try to steal
podcast
it.
capsule, but the shit is like
Okay.
top of the line. Is really really nice. It hasn't been released yet, right? And it's like up in the thousands of dollars. And I've just had my eye on it for actually just recently because I only just found out about it, right? So I'm like,
Hey,
the resources and the capability of this thing is like really, really nice. And so I find a lot that when it comes down to certain people who are creatives and trying to do certain things, that they don't use their full potential of resources or don't really fully
Mm.
understand of who is out there that's going to support you, who's out there that's really going to help you, who's out there that's going to offer you, listen, you need 30 minutes in this building to take this shot. No, let me give you 30 minutes in this building. You need to just use
Hey, I'm
this.
preaching to the choir right
You need
bruh,
now.
a few seconds just to go on the roof
You
to
on your
get this
you on your
proper
Maria
shot.
Seaman
Like,
shit tonight.
bro,
for real, bruh. Bruh, hey,
like,
hey, you don't,
we.
hey, B-Roc, you do not understand what support,
Diff-
hey,
Bruh.
support,
Yes, it was yesterday, right? Let me tell this piece. Yesterday, I'm driving in town and I'm looking. I don't even know what spot. I know what it was. I went to the grass. Went to the lunch wagon, City Hall. I went to go get order fries. That's something to eat while I was, doing my walkabout, whatever. And I'm sitting there and I'm just looking around, and I noticed that there's a building that they have recently painted, and they have taken the blinds out of the window and put sort of bigger windows in it. My creative mind is like, yo, I want this building. All I need is 30 minutes, a model, and nighttime. And I guarantee I'll have the most wickedest shot you'll be able to put on a magazine. And I said to my coworker, I was like, I wonder what they're doing with the building. You could see that they're doing works in it or whatnot, right? And come to find out, I know the person who manages the building. More of a reason for me to be like, yo, bro, what's the chance? Like, is that type of support that I can easily now go to this guy and say, yo, it's a full moon on such and such and such and such. I need 30 minutes in this building. Will it be full? Will it be occupied? And it would, give me a flag. So watch out for that picture. It's coming. That picture's coming. Because I'm just like, yo. But as creatives, I don't think that we tend to sometimes get impulsive, right? We want things to happen or put it out there right away. Like, fuck, I just did this. Look, let me take this selfie. Okay, bang, I gotta post it up on social media. Or I just did this video on something and let me post it up without having people to check it over, do a little editing if need be, make sure I'm spelled this word correctly, weather and weather. It's, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just, there's little things that sometimes some people, and I call them the Facebook clubs. It don't matter what social media on, but you have those people that always check you on how you spell certain things. I don't know if other people do, but I have it for me, and they're like, it's spelled wrong.
Thing.
Like, yeah. I was just like, F you, like, fuck off. Like, it's irritating, but at the same time, I'm grateful for that type of support of people that are like, you know what, you have to do it right. You have to say it correct. You have to sort of post it correct, because when other people look at it, you want them to be able to understand what you're saying and also relate to what it is that you're trying to get them to say. So, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You had that in for a minute.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
I did. For a minute.
That's real.
Definitely. Last week you got cut off, right? And I had.
You're talking about jerk chicken.
We were talking about jerk chicken.
Wait, remembers the exact thing too. Jamaican
No,
grill.
because I had to go back and rewatch it because I had a feeling you was gonna bring it back up. So look. What's he saying? Prior preparation.
Yes.
Before.
Yes.
So I had to go back and rewatch it. And I said, "Fuck, God was talking about jerk chicken." He said something about the bird was still clocking or something like that. Yeah.
The bird was still clocking.
Yeah, because he just had Jamaican grill, bro.
It was red and
oh
like,
yes, bro. And I was talking about how black I want my chicken. I want it burnt.
What?
Bro, Jamaican grill is my Friday lick, and I swear to God, like I live Somerset. Don't let me bite into my chicken and it ain't fucking cooked. I'm gonna get back in my car and I'm driving back on.
I want it burnt, bro. I want it burnt. Did you know about Ambience?
Yeah, I know about Ambience.
Okay. No, about the recent.
What?
They're not open.
Why?
I believe.
I didn't.
Yeah, so they're not open. They've been closed. They like that's it. Your late night ends at 3:00. If you're at the wheel, maybe 3:30.
What happened?
Okay.
But yeah, Ambience has been closed for 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. I'm not.
Somebody needs to talk to the owners of Jamaican Grill though and tell them they need to start staying open.
Yes.
Bit o'clock in the morning again.
Real shit.
This will close in that 10:00 bullshit. It ain't it.
It ain't it. It ain't it. Or having to wait. Bro, you know what I used to have to do? When they closed, you know what I started doing? I would have to wait for a Sunday, right? And go yardie party. And get food from yardie party.
Yeah.
But I stopped doing it because I felt like I was like paying $20 for a plate of like the food was the depending on what time you got it. But I'm paying an arm and a leg for this food from Yachty Party. It's been a couple of times where I'm been drunk and I'm like, yo, I need the substance. But then it's a couple of times where I'm not been so drunk and I'm like, I'm hungry, but I don't think I'm paying these prices. Like these ain't Yachty Party prices for a plate of food.
Hey,
Like
Yachty Party now has become a corporate event. I swear.
I haven't. I can't say I
Spinnerville
haven't.
is that
Spinnerville, right?
now?
Yeah, they've had some at
You
Spinnerville.
gotta pay to get in.
That's part of the game, man.
I
God
guess.
is demand.
Yeah,
It's demand.
yeah. Supply and
So
demand.
if
There
the
we are
demand,
again.
if
Yeah.
the demand's there, then you can do what you want. Like, you feel me?
I mean, we're in the winter months, so I guess having stuff outside is sort of.
Yeah, man, it should be
Yeah.
too fucking cool.
Bruh, shit's cool
And I
tonight.
like the cool. I like the cool. But these last few days
Yeah.
have been ratchet.
Yeah.
They're ratchet like some of them girls I used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In like a lion, out like a lamb. I think we got a few more days left of this like iffy type, windy type, Chicago type friggin' weather. The other
You
day.
said a couple days?
Yeah, I think so. Isn't it?
According to my weather app, this is going to be until next week, Saturday.
That's Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, my days.
Well, because we're getting that
That
kind
cool
of
front and all of that. Yeah.
We're getting that cool front from New York and all that type of stuff, you know?
Hey, bundle up with that This guy came in the shop for this. You know, I do my second job is I work at a little variety store, right? This guy came in the shop the other day. He was like, "Bruh, I ain't been on a bike in like 13 years." Old guy, old cat comes in here. I ain't been on a bike in like 13 years, but I got my brown paper bag, dude. I said, "Yes, Unc. You know the vibes. You need that brown paper bag up on your chest, cause riding a bike is cool."
So I kind of got in trouble last week for saying, making my comment about Valentine's and Sour Patch Kids. So that's why I had to put the disclaimer on there because my girl was pregnant.
All right. She didn't want that Sour Patch Kids showing up at your doorstep.
Yeah, but this is not for me. But ladies, single ladies, I got some single brethren out there that they need a little snuggle buddy. So you know, I was thinking about this, B-Roc. Serious, real talk. I was thinking about this. I said, you know, Tinder's fine, you know, Mingle.com's fine, Screw a Juice fine, all that type of stuff.
Right.
But I was thinking about an event, bro, where it's anonymous, bro. Like, it's anonymous. Everybody's got to be in a mask, like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And we have at like the pavilion or something like that. And it's only single people that are allowed to come. And if they're feeling each other, they take the mask off type of thing.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how that's gonna work because Bermudians got egos like a bastard.
Well,
and
it's funny. It's funny you say it that way, right? Because it can work, right? I don't know if you've recently heard of. No, I'm not gonna really put somebody else's. I'm not gonna promote this whole situation, just yet. But there has been a few speed dating things on social media, right? And then more recently, there's the Thruple and Unicorn event that is coming up as well.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The Thruple?
You said Thruple and Unicorn?
Yeah, so there's a Thruple and Unicorn event that's coming up soon.
Hey, guys are really doing polyamory in Bermuda?
Yeah, and then there's a pineapple party happening. Pineapple event. So for the people who do not know, right? So pineapple is the official image of a swinger, right? So yeah. So the pineapple image, pineapple image is the official image of the LGBT ABC people have
Oh, bro, you said
the
that
rainbow.
correctly. Yeah.
Yeah, so the pineapple stands for swingers.
So that's what Jada and Will are into.
No, bro.
No, they're into. It's a more unicorn situation, right?
Who, Jada and
Yeah.
Will? I
Yeah.
don't know what unicorn is.
A unicorn is a unicorn. Okay, for those who don't know, a unicorn.
Because unicorns just have that thing on top of the head. Right?
Technically, yes, but a unicorn is in the sex world is considered a person who comes in and indulges in sexual activity with a couple and then leaves. You are not in.
That's swinging.
You are not.
Yeah.
You are not in. Well, it's different terminologies they use for it. Like you're not necessarily in the relationship with them because you're not in the throuple.
So it's a threesome.
Yeah, it's more or less a threesome. You're the unicorn. You're the fantasy person.
What?
You're the
See,
fantasy person that they want. So
that ain't Will and Jada.
right, you're the fantasy. A unicorn is the fantasy person. That
Hey.
unicorn fulfills the fantasy of that couple. That's a unicorn. A unicorn obviously is not something that's real, right? It's more or less a fantasy thing, right? So the thought of a unicorn is a person who comes in and fulfills the fantasy of a couple, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah. And then obviously throuple. You
So
should.
guys are gonna be taking. So no, see, I'm learning something.
For real.
So when it comes to this unicorn situation, is a unicorn a female or is it a male?
No, there's no
or is
gender.
it
There's no
whoever?
gender.
It's whatever
So-
you want.
So if I go to this unicorn party, right,
Right.
and I take my missus to the unicorn
Yes.
party, and somebody and they just put a person in there.
No,
No,
you
no,
don't.
no, no.
They don't give you a person. It's up to you to sort of find your own
Oh,
unicorn.
you pick 'em.
Yeah. So the way that I understand it, the way
So we're just living in Amsterdam. 2.0.
yeah. The way that I understand a unicorn is, hey, you never hit us up for your bottle. I'm just seeing your message. I see you there. You never hit us up for your bottle. That shy girl. Wait a minute. All right, cool.
Nah, cause I'm
So-
saying like I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. Fuck, my clip looks clean. Well, I'm just trying to wrap my head around it, like in the fact that, look, niggas are selfish, bro,
Mm-hmm.
and men's like me ain't gonna be like my girl. Look, and I knew this would get me in trouble, but if my girl ever said, "Yo, we can have a threesome," it's only gotta be an all girl.
Mm.
Don't
Uh-huh.
fucking come to me talking about, oh, well, I agreed, and it's
Yeah.
Nah, 'cause here's my viewpoint. Here's my viewpoint. And ladies, you could be as mad as you want. You could be as mad as you want for saying this.
Mhm.
If a girl requests a threesome with another guy, she's been fucking him all that time.
You think so?
I don't think so. I think she just
That-
wants
that's
to fuck
me.
the guy.
That-
I don't think so.
I don't think so. In that one.
Sexually attracted.
She is
to him.
sexually
Yes.
attracted to him. Yeah.
We'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not business with that. I'm not business with that. Because if a guy was having a threesome with another girl, he ain't talking about I'm sexually attracted. He's just trying to say, look, bro, I just want
right.
to
Okay, true. In certain cases, yes,
That on the
true.
other hand,
In
like,
certain cases, yes,
'cause
true.
you're talking, oh, I want to bring another guy into this, blah, 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 blah. You've been eyeing this guy up all
No,
this time.
no. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna.
Don't incriminate yourself.
No. But I am quite aware of situations where where people allow or welcome that
Welcome what?
for the female to welcome another male, for the couple to welcome another male in under a unicorn or a threesome situation. To
But that's
some
on them,
the-
bro. What?
some
They say,
guys,
"No, my monkey, not my
yes.
circus."
No, there are some guys who want to make sure that their woman is pleased, right? And some guys, in reality, some guys who are mature enough to accept the fact that maybe this is just a fantasy of her. And if you're mature enough to accept that or have that communication with your girl to know where you stand in your relationship and you're secure in that, then possibly it might happen, right? And it actually does happen more often than some people think. And no matter how you
Look,
look
but
at it, if it's not your cup of tea, then cool. Some people may not even understand why it happens. But in all honesty, it happens more often than some people think.
yeah,
Big plug, big shout out going out to Subspace, by the way.
Oh, what is that?
We'll talk about it offer.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
but like, I mean, like at the end of the day, to each his own type of thing. You know what I mean? And like that's why I never understood when guys are like, "Oh, if your girl's got toys and she plays with them, then you ain't cracking her right."
No.
Nah, bruh, this is not a
Yeah.
war. This is not a
Yeah.
war. This is a
Yeah.
team. And like, no, sit there and ask yourself, all right, cool. So I'd rather my girl not have a toy, and me and the toy, who is not a physical
Yeah.
being, tag team,
Yeah.
then her turn around and say, "Oh well, you're not
Yeah.
stroking it right. So let's bring another guy in."
Right.
Who the fuck in the right mind is gonna
Yeah.
like,
See, I mean,
And I know that people are into it, but if you got the two choices, you got option A, which is you and the
right.
toy, and she could get off with the toy and
Right.
you, or you ain't option B, you're not doing it good enough, so she wants to bring another guy in, and she's posed both of them options to you. I'm not taking
No,
option
you're not
B.
gonna take option B. You definitely won't take option B. I wouldn't take option B. No, unless what had
If you're into it,
no
you
no
may.
no. Even if you're not into it, right? And that's the options that are on the table. What has to happen is you have to have an in-depth conversation about what kind of sex are we having in order for you to reach the the end goal or the goal. What goal are you trying to reach?
Right.
Why you're giving me both these options, right? Because in one sense, us having sex is that emotional feeling of I feel for you, I care for you, I want to express that to you. And in the next sense, it's like I'm fucking horny. I'm just trying to bust a nut myself. Like I'm being selfish about it.
And the
Yeah,
third
and
sense is
it's
the third sense is just fuck me like a slut.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Straight up.
Yeah, true, true. Um,
Niggas are nasty, bro. Serious. Because like after a good night out, you're not trying to have no passionate sex.
yeah, it's once
Because
that liquor
you're
hits.
going to drink you're going to drink the Tito's, you're going to drink the Serrano, all that type of stuff.
You
Niggas
know
will
what
come
time
here
it
with
is.
rum cup.
You know what time it is.
Hey, hey, wake
Uh,
up. That's probably why my girl stay at my house after I go out all night, Serious.
oh
Shut up,
man.
girl. Hey, wake up. It's demon time. It's 2 o'clock. I'm
Yeah, I'm
awake, so you
awake.
gotta be awake.
Listen, I come here. I came straight home after this situation just to deal with you
Hey,
proper.
and I bought you jerk
Yes,
chicken.
and I bought
And
you
I
jack.
jerk chicken.
Facts. Yeah. Straight facts.
Straight demon time.
Oh man.
Niggas demons, boy.
All right, fam.
Oh,
We are gonna be started a little late. How deep are we to this? Hour in? Fam, you before you got off, I missed the chance to congratulate you. Um, Big Brother of the Year.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
huge.
Beautiful experience.
Yeah, I mean, from what I know personally, you're doing an amazing job, right?
Thank you.
Our conversations that we now can relate when it comes to dealing with young men. It's almost like
Yeah.
I'm looking at you now, and I'm like, back. I remember this guy used to come up the studio irritated because his mom was pissed off, or he gave me some shit story about jumping out the window to go to some party, and here he is
Yeah, yeah,
now,
yeah.
like Big Brother of the Year. doing his thing. So
Yeah,
congratulations, fam.
it's a beautiful. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful experience. You know, it's one of them things where being a young black man myself,
Mm-hmm.
like, my little bro just went 13. I go 25 in 2 weeks.
Right.
So, it's one of them things where it's like you can relate to him a little bit more, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I was his age once upon a time.
Yeah.
So it's funny now that when you was young and your parents were like, I know what the fuck
Yeah.
I was doing at that age.
Yeah.
No, you can say it back to them, right? Like, I know what the fuck I was
Like
doing at that
they
age,
and
bro.
they
You
think
can't
you
put me
don't know.
rooting
Like
over
they
my
don't, they
I
honestly think you don't know, bro. This generation, they just think you never experienced it. Like, all right. So my son's teacher, right, taught me, right, and so she was like she was like one of my favorite teachers. She's now like a para educator, right? So she actually goes to every class with my son. I only had this lady for one period, one class, right? And she knew so much of stuff that I was involved in, right? So my kid would get in trouble or something would happen. She'd be like, your daddy, he is like the president of this. He was involved in the show choir. Your daddy brought back 4 trophies for the school, went performed in Atlanta, yada. And my boy's like, him? That guy thinks I'm like,
Yeah.
some old fart that ain't done shit in his life, like that ain't never done nothing. And heard me?
Yeah.
Then she turns around and tells the boy, she's like, yeah, see your daddy? 3 girlfriends. Him? That guy? Like she like tells him how I was as like at his
You
age,
just
right?
don't
And he's
believe it
just
at that
like,
same age.
my daddy?
Not my
My
daddy.
daddy?
Not my
Really?
daddy.
So
So,
like
so
it draws, yeah.
what I get now is I'm a public figure.
Ah,
So I get, oh, you're furious, little bruh.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
that's me.
yeah.
That's me. And I try to tell him, like, I try to tell him, like, look, bro, you can't
You
fuck
can,
up.
yeah,
Because before it gets back to me, like before you even tell me, it's already got back to me.
yeah,
You feel me? So like your boy be walking the town and people are like, oh, I saw your little bro. I'm like, all right,
yeah,
cool. Like, appreciate the love.
yeah,
Like bless that my boy is safe. But like fuck. He ain't breathe,
yeah.
bro. Like you gotta tell me is that hey, I saw your boy
Welcome to,
walking to the barber
hey,
shop. I
what,
fucking
man?
know because he just came to me and got the money.
Mind you, there are people out
Like,
there that genuinely look out for your kid, like that genuinely look out for somebody like that. But then there's that damn people that want you to know,
they just want to talk.
yeah. Like
And
I
it's just
have
like,
it all the
yo,
time.
catch
If
a
like
break.
you ever had this shit happen with your ex, like your ex, where somebody random's like, yo, I saw such and such, and she did, and hey, so and so was pregnant. Man, I don't give a shit. I could
Bruh,
care
B-Roc, I
less.
told you just the other day I experienced that. People are coming to me talking about, yo, bro, your brethren B-Roc, your bro. I'm like, why the
Bro.
fuck are you telling me about his
Yeah.
ex-girlfriend that I had nothing to fucking do with, that I don't
Bro,
fucking
it's
care
so
about?
crazy. It's so crazy. Like even Earl Jobs, like, hey, you heard what happened, Ron? Bro, I don't even care. I don't know. Fuck them guys. I don't even work there no more,
I've been
bro.
going for
Hear
10
me?
years.
I don't care. Like, yeah, know when to
But,
interject. Like, know when to interject. Some shit,
and
that
it's like,
information that
even,
people
like,
don't really care about. Like,
yeah, it's like, even back to the 13-year-olds, like, they just think that everything that they're doing, you ain't done.
yup,
Like,
yup,
is what we was talking about. Like, fuck, bro. I used to sit up on the phone with my girl before it was FaceTime. Like, when
bruh.
your minutes used to count for the amount of time that you was on the
Bro, you ain't
phone.
saying nothing to me. I'm about to tell you my age, bro. When I used to have to pay 50 cents at a payphone and get that hour, and then they'll tell you when you got a few seconds left, and you either have to put the coins in or hang up and start the phone call
Put
all
on,
over again, bro. I used to have to walk from my house to the bus terminal to use them little payphones, them little stupid ass little payphones. I love them
where
shits.
BTC used to be.
Bruh, all right, so I'm lived all over the island, right?
You paid 50 cents though?
Yes. It was 50 cents to make a phone call on the payphone. So I listen. When I was living down in St. George's, I used to be so glad when the cruise ships went in. You know why? Because BTC used to have this little mobile fucking little trailer that they used to take down the square and put it down there for extra fucking payphones, because all the tourists used to get off and use the little pay cards to call back home. There used
Right.
to only be 3 there across the street from Whitehorse, right? There was 3 fucking payphones. Anytime cruise ship came, they'd take that little trailer of fucking payphones and just sit that shit on the side. It's got like 6 different payphones. You see all these Asian people there. All these Asian people full up like they was drinking milk off a fucking cat's titty.
What, bro?
That's how they used to line up. Like it'll be 6 fans on each side, right?
Oh,
So bro, they just stand there. Everybody was on the fan. Yeah, I used to race down there for them fans. St. George's pay fan. I tell you where every pay fan used to be on that place, bro. Yeah. Man,
Yeah,
for
I
hours
ain't
before
never
this
had
whole
that one,
FaceTime bullshit, whole Snapchat and all of that there on the fan. I'm on WhatsApp video calling and all of that, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that shit, man.
You don't have none of that
I'm
shit.
young, but I'm young, but I'm trying to explain to this guy, like, yo, bro, I'm at the pivotal point of where we went from analog to digital.
Yes. I'm on the host fan. I gotta get
Like,
off because my mama's gotta make a
I
call.
experienced that change. I experienced that change. Like, you went from analog to digital, bro.
Yeah.
Where you ain't never had a flip phone, my guy.
Oh my days.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't never had to call a girl's house and say, "Good evening.
Yes.
Can I speak to Alicia, please? Who's this? It's Janari."
Yeah. And meanwhile, mama's on the other line.
Yeah. What? Hey, Marvin, Janari's calling for Jerisha. He picks up the other phone in the fucking bedroom. And, hi, Jerisha. That's what I'm talking about. Because you could fucking hear the echo going on in the background, bro. Like, all right, they don't know nothing about that because they hide behind the screen, bro. Like, and I blame parents for this too.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I blame parents. I don't blame parents for giving the kids phones.
Right.
What I blame parents for is that they enable the shit to stay behind the screen.
Yes.
So
yes.
I know parents that are sitting there meeting these little girls' boyfriends or meeting these girls, the boyfriends, girlfriends, or whatever, and they're fine with meeting them behind the screen.
No.
It weren't no man how,
No.
bro. I never forget. I thought I was in love with this girl, bro. Sure. Until her daddy screamed at me at a bowling party. I was a tough nigga, B-Roc. You know
right?
that. I cried like a little bitch. This guy screamed at me. Hey, you break my daughter's heart, I'll mess you up.
What, bro?
I didn't do nothing, bro.
Bro, I had somebody's daddy hunt me down. He used to be a prison officer. How did he hunt me? Listen, from the bus stop to I know the number only because I timed myself to make sure I made the bus. From the bus stop to my house was 7 minutes, bro. I left my house one evening. I didn't even know where I was going. Left my house one evening, heading towards the bus stop. I had just got off the phone with this girl. Bro, the girl's daddy is walking. 7 minutes is a long time to sort of walk from your house to bus. That's a long fucking walk, right? I stay like way deep in St. George's, right? The girl's daddy was walking towards my house. I'm walking away from my house towards the bus. Your boy stopped me, like right outside.
Out of ran.
Bruh, your boy says, calls me by my government, everything. Yo, come here. I want to talk to you. You've been talking to my daughter, right? Listen, if you hurt her hard, I'm going to come look for you. The nigga came in his prison officer outfit, bruh. His uniform. Like, he's got chains fucking dangling. Niggas got chains dangling, keys, all. Yeah, listen, don't break her heart, see? And bro, I gotta sit there and listen to shit. Now, at one point, I was scared at first. Nigga shook my hand, everything.
Hey, it's crazy because the same. You're talking about a prison officer. This guy that screamed at me was a prison officer, bro. Serious. That must be a prison.
And once they protect, they big up to the prison officers who
they
have
protect and serve.
Real
Serious, bro.
shit.
But look, me and your boy and all, we guys are cool.
Yeah,
Like, you feel me? We guys are cool.
yeah,
We're like the short is my best friend now, but like your boy, he screamed at me. Her mama was like, "Why would you do that? He's not that old." Like,
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, yo, this shit's puppy love. Like, you're getting all vax, like. And I guess the worst part about it is these are your innocent stages in life. So you're sitting there looking at
Nah, bro,
this girl
I ain't
like,
even
why
gonna
the fuck
lie.
you scream?
I was not innocent with that little girl. I was not. I wasn't innocent. And he had to have known his daughter because he was talking like he gave me the whole promiscuous conversation and all of this stuff. It was
Yeah,
either
that's
that
what I'm having
same
right
night,
now,
yeah.
bro.
It was either that same night or like the very next day. I met the girl on the steps and we're like just making out and groping and touching each other and shit. And then all of a sudden I'm like, fuck, I did his voice. Fuck now, I gotta go like
Oh,
and
hey,
something triggered
that
it.
shit was probably
So
important,
yeah, something
bro.
fucking triggered it. And where there was sitting off on the bench, like we got our own little tuck off, little corner, like, and yeah, all right, cool. I got shit in my lap, kiss or whatever. I'm young, whatever the case. I got to go out for a little bit, cool. Bro, this girl's dead. His voice came in my head. Nah, I gotta go home, bro. I gotta go.
Good
Yeah,
evening.
I'm gotta go, bro. Because if this guy shows up and catches my hands on your backside or wherever the fuck my hands were, it's not gonna be nice. It's gonna be a little upset that I'm handling his daughter like this.
Yeah, yeah, but that I guess we're in the same boat right now. 13
yeah,
year olds
yeah,
dealing with the same thing.
yeah,
Like, and it's hard. Like, it's hard because at the end of the day, they're gonna do what they want to do.
yes.
Like, you can put as many measures in place in, but like one thing that I've learned over time, and my mom has been an educator my whole
Mm-hmm.
life, is that at the end of the day, the more that you take away from them, the more rebellious they get.
Yes.
'Cause the seesaw starts to shift.
Yes.
So you gotta find that balance, right? And if there's any mothers out there, I'm gonna just say there's no, like, mothers that have young sons, protect your sons. Protect your sons. But also protect your daughters.
Yes.
Because I'm not saying that either side's right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that either side's wrong. But you gotta protect them because you gotta know that balance. Like, you have to
And
know that balance
let me
because,
just.
like, good example, you take a youth's phone away from
Mm-hmm.
them, you ain't got no contact with them.
Mm-hmm.
They can do whatever the fuck they want,
Yeah.
right? So taking a phone away has its pros and its
Cons. Yes.
cons.
Yeah.
That's a great example
Yeah.
because now I can't get in contact with you. So if I can't get in contact with you, oh, my mama gets here at 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
I can do whatever I
Mm-hmm.
want until 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got my phone.
And see,
I
under
just gotta be
certain
home 5:30.
circumstances, under certain circumstances, yes, I get it, right? But there, again, if there's a variety of situations that can alter the way that you do certain things, right? And so I've always looked at it as one, if I have to take a luxury away, especially specifically the phone from my child, I'm gonna know where my child is at all times. Only
Yeah,
because I know you don't have that form of contact with me, right? So if I take away that phone, I know that I'm dropped you to school and I'm picking you up, right?
right.
Some people may not have that luxury, so I get it. I understand. Some people may not be able. You have to catch the bus. You have to, sort of do. But there are things in place where you can sort of monitor how that goes, and then you also have to have trust in that child that they know right from wrong, and they know.
Yeah, well, the trust comes with if they weren't fucking doing
Yes.
dumbness,
Sorry.
they wouldn't have got their phone taken
Yes.
away. As I say, don't make me grab your body, scruff your
Bruh.
neck. That's a old scene.
Yep.
That's a old scene. But I had to tell my little brother that all the time. Don't make me grab your body, scruff your neck. See what that means? Don't find out.
Hmm? This is it.
But
This
yeah,
is it. My boy, I want to thank you.
Can cool.
Thank you for passing through again. I've reached the bottom of my cup. I can pour more, but
You know, same.
I'm gonna leave the taste in everyone's mouth to come back. And obviously go back and listen to it again on YouTube. Bro, I'm gonna have you back real soon. We've got
No
we got
problem.
Nori back next week. Um, we've got a slew of guests I think coming up soon, but I'm definitely gonna draw you back, especially when Shay comes in, because it would be interesting to her side on things and how we twist the show, and then also once the far left is
Yeah,
situated, we're
yeah, yeah,
coming
yeah.
over. I'm coming over. I'm coming over.
Yeah.
We'll go far left.
Yeah, shout out to the Fall Life Talk Show. Follow me on all social media platforms, official DJ Fury. That's where you can find the Fall Life Talk Show as well. Apart from the Fall Life Talk Show, because obviously, the Fall Life Talk Show is our slogan is have you ever had the right conversation go left?
Uh,
Anybody anybody's ever seen that show, they know that it will never get monetized. People will probably get fired from the jobs and everything else that is involved in it. So we do have a podcast that is the sister of the Far Left Talk Show called Uncut,
uh-huh.
which is going to be launching very soon as well. Um, yours truly, DJ Fear. I just need to finish getting my studio together. That's why I got this green screen backer. Oh, that type of stuff. It's blue today, but it's a green screen as
Right.
well. Because the studio looks crazy right now. But yeah, so we're gonna be launching the Uncut podcast, which is the sister of the Far Left Talk Show, which is a little bit more civilized. That you can play in your office and may have some swearing in it,
Right.
but you can't play it in your office and you're not gonna have people talking about, um, yeah, sick shit like the Far Left Talk. Because B-Roc used to tune into the Far Left Talk Show
I
before when the Rocks
yeah,
was a thing, and oh my lord,
definitely can attest to
like
the conversations that you guys were having, the topics that were coming about, and just the way that that whole show was vibing and gelling. I loved it. So
it was
yeah, I'm
it
looking
was
forward. I'm
crazy.
looking forward to that. And so like I said, we'll be over there as well soon.
I guess I guess the main thing is like we gotta find the time now because obviously, I'm a firm believer of not stepping on my brother's toes. And
Amen.
our shows ended up eventually streaming at the same
Yeah.
time. So you gotta just find a
Yeah,
different
it's
day.
funny too because
To
for the
schedule.
most part, you guys were on Twitch, right? At one
Yeah.
point. Yeah, so for the most part, I generally had this so wicked idea of just us either finishing early and just sending you all of our rating the shit out of your show. Um and so we never got the chance to obviously follow through with that and sort of build that tie.
Right.
And so I'm grateful that you're here now and able to come over on our side and just have a chat with us. And of course, once you are up and
No
running,
problem, no problem.
bro, no matter what day it is, I'm gonna still
We're
shout you
probably gonna end
guys
up
out.
doing Tuesdays.
Okay,
We're looking at doing Tuesdays, because we're probably gonna release the uncut podcast episodes on Fridays.
got you.
So obviously we gotta record two different shows
Yeah,
because part of the reason why we put the Far Left Talk Show on Twitch and only on Twitch was because after that 7 day bracket
yeah,
disappeared,
yeah.
right? And it was just like obviously it's out there on the internet. So if you did take something, you could take it, but it was like no physical copy of it to come back
Right,
unless somebody
recorded
recorded
it.
it,
Yep,
right? So that's why we put it on Twitch.
fair enough, bro. I'll make sure that we let our listeners know when you guys are up and running and how your situation goes. You got parties coming up. Is it this weekend? Yeah. When
Uh,
when you had
um,
Darkest?
Dockers is
This
Saturday,
Saturday,
so
right?
Tabonka,
Yeah, Tabonka.
yeah, Saturday the 18th, Tabonka. Yours truly, the youngest in charge, DJ Fury, Maestro, Genius, Docksiders, Code Red 2.0, Party People, Nova Mass. So if you enter Trinidad Carnival, we're going to be reliving Trinidad Carnival. We're going to get you geared up for Carnival in Bermuda because all three bands will be back on the road
Yep.
this year. So that's exciting.
Yep.
Um, you know, all the websites are
Yep.
live. My band's Code Red. Shout out to my band one time. So sort yourself out, organize your life. If you got a wife, she not your wife for the weekend. She's somebody else's. All right. So yeah, appreciate it.
No dog. All right, Tabonka, that's Saturday. Catch your boy there. Live and in living color. And if you have not poured yourself a drink by now, you are a bit late. Listen, we never got the chance to give you guys your Off the Rocks story. We went through tons of them before we got on air. If you have an Off the Rock story, email it to us or hit us up on any one of our socials on .d.rocs. And of course, our email is info.ontherocks@gmail.com. All right. Nocturnal, again, congratulations on radio launch. And of course, we have your event Saturday as well.
Hey,
Just on the street at
just
Karma
on the street from what is Dawkins?
from Dr.
So if you want to hear some house music and you want to hear the best in house music, you come check us out. You know what I mean? You could bring your wife or your side chick.
No, that's not what I said. I said Carnival, you can't bring your wife.
Carnival, you can't bring your wife.
Before we sign off on some real shit.
Yeah.
Some real shit. I've been having this conversation about 3 times in the last week.
All right.
Soca music, you are allowed, it's 20 seconds and you're done. Right? So somebody asked me, oh, would you mind if somebody danced with your girl? But first, my girl don't go out, so have a good fucking time trying to do that. But if she did go out, she'll be on the truck with me. So fuck off. 3, if she did decide to go on the road, I don't mind. Right? And people are like, but then she's cheating. No, it's
That's
not.
not cheating, bro.
No, not at all.
You want to know what's cheating? That's bending somebody's wife over on stage and start to fucking drive them. That's cheating.
That's pre-cheating.
That's cheating.
No, bro.
That's foreplay.
Listen, my girl is diehard soca. Like, all she loves is soca. And for some strange reason, don't ask me why, contemporary Christian music. But aside from that,
I'm sorry. What? What's the second part?
Contemporary Christian music.
Contemporary Christian
Yeah.
music.
It's not like screaming and hollering and all of that. Actually, it's like contemporary, real contemporary, almost orchestra like Christian music.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's
But
that
soca?
is-
Oh yeah, sure.
Is she
she's
Christian
diehard.
though?
Yeah.
Like she's a church going, practicing,
church practicing. Yes.
like every Sunday.
Attempts to make it every Sunday.
That's interesting. That's an interesting
Yeah.
combination.
But
of
she
music.
does love soca and the way that the soca music makes her feel. If she wants
Soca
to go,
music is not the devil.
yeah. If she wants to go ahead and dance and we've experienced this last carnival, I worked the parade, and she actually, and I worked some of the events. We got the chance to actually go to some of the events. She treated me to one event because it fell on Father's Day, or around
You went
Father's
to
Day.
Weta?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was about to say,
Actually,
you don't take your girl to Weta.
no, she didn't go, and I didn't go to Weta. And we have these conversations because we know the elements of certain parties, like that can cause a little trouble.
You don't go Weta.
Right?
You took. You took.
Let me tell you
Weta?
right.
I took Sand to the beach. I went to Euphoria.
That's a different party, bro.
I mean,
That's
I know,
That's what I'm saying.
But
We
I mean,
talking about Weta,
I'm saying
bro.
that under the aspect of Euphoria was on the beach, so I took Sand to the beach.
Okay, but what
No,
talking
no,
about?
No, but no, Weta, I don't know. That's a different
Weta.
conversation we'll have to have leading up to Carnival this year.
That is one of those events where you just tell Shorty, look, babe, I love you. This is Father's Day. I'll check you on the
Bruh.
bounce, kid. Because my dumb
I ain't gonna
ass,
lie.
I was like, yo, everybody that tells me Happy Father's Day, it's my first Father's Day. I'm taking a shot. All right.
Why?
Ask me if I remember
No.
anything after my set from
Right,
that.
listen,
Nope.
I have advice for the first time fathers on Father's Day. Like that's not that. That may not be, if you are a heavy drinker, may not be the place you want. May not. My first Father's Day out, Wooders owes me absolutely nothing. Bruh, I had the time of my life, Father's Day at Wooders. Like females everywhere. It was just, I ended up going Europe like 3-4 times separately. Like it was just,
It only
great.
makes
It was
sense.
great.
Oh, hey, what is this? The best place?
Yeah,
for
it was
Father's
great.
Day?
For my first time Father's Day event, like
Yes,
first time
bruh.
what? Yeah,
What is
this
this
was
place?
before Heroes Weekend and Carnival and
Yeah.
all of this next stuff. Like it was before that. Fuck a milk.
Yeah, nah, bro. Your season.
Season. Bang. That's the one. All right, you guys. We'll catch you.
But yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys.
We'll catch you next week.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you for coming through. We'll catch you next week. We'll post up Nori's information for the 5K. And I believe we might even have access to the sign up. I'm not sure what he's saying. He sent me a whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent me a whole package of
It's a
stuff.
thing, innit?
So yeah, it's a lot to really get through. So I do advise you guys, if you need any information on that event, keep it locked on our social. I will post that up by tomorrow. And outside of that, we out. Catch you next week. Fury, all the best. And I'll probably swing through Saturday, same way. Come check you.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Bless.
Catch you guys next week.
Yeah, man.
Peace.